It all started during the pandemic. I remember that it was still ECQ and everybody was locked down. I was content, minding my own affairs, running the College of Nursing at the comfort of my own room remotely. Then I got appointed as CEO of the UST hospital. It was a very difficult and trying time for me and my team when we assumed office. Pandemic just broke out, there were no patients, and there was only a handful of employees, nursing staff, and even doctors who reported for work. They were overworked and overwhelmed. Meanwhile, our bills are piling up because our overhead and operation expenses are fixed, and we have obligations to our suppliers and to our employees. At that time, our spirits were down and it was very tempting to give up. Pero dito pumasok yung puso. It is only now that the tagline USTH, UST Heart makes sense. Our hearts became the wellspring of hope, of strength, and even of our faith to God. Puso yung nagpaalala sa amin na may pag-asa kung may pananampalataya. And because of the resilience of our hearts and the determination of our faith, this paved the way for us to have a clear mind and navigate through the difficulties, to set our priorities right and face those challenges head-on. Clearly, the most pressing problem at the time was COVID. And then we partnered with an RT-PCR laboratory and had the whole hospital retrofitted into a COVID-safe facility. We rolled out vaccine, we even offered free lodging and occasional food supplies to our staff and to our trainees. Slowly, the patients started to return and even our staff. Honestly, with COVID, it felt like we were racing against time. And modesty aside, we were able to beat and outrun COVID. The next in our agenda is the completion of the St. John Paul II building. Before we came in, the building was already on its 10th year of construction. But then, less than 2 years in our administration, we were able to complete the major parts of the building and open the executive and business offices, the CRM, derma, laboratory, ultrasound, Ruma and DM centers, and the Our Lady of Manaoag Healing Chapel in 2022. In 2023, we opened the OBGYN ultrasound, CKD, ENT centers, and of course, the long-awaited opening of CT MRI and OR complex. This year, 2024, we were able to finally open DR, NICU, PACU, and SICU. And just around the time of our anniversary, we will open ICU, CVU, and all the patients' room from the 7th to 9th floors. In the pipeline is the opening of Cath Lab and Eye Institute. 2024 will be a significant year because finally, we can claim that 2024 is the year when St. John Paul II building is fully operational. After finishing the building, we are given with so much space to work on. The next area that we need to be creative on is the equipment purchase. Most of the equipment when we came in were either old, non-functional, or nearing its end of life. The hospital at the time needed Linac machine. We were able to acquire one. Nakakahiya kasi wala tayong MRI. Pero ngayon, meron na tayong MRI. We were able to purchase different machines and equipment. The Cath Lab is being installed as we speak right now. We expect the delivery of our new telemetry and complete cardiac monitors for our ICU and CVU. Ito yung totoong change is coming. Kaunting push na lang, kaunting push at maraming dasal. From the deepest recesses of our hearts, we do not and we will never forget the true identity of the hospital. We are a university hospital, a teaching hospital. All the things that we have been doing so far for the past 3 years are all directed to improve the learning experience of our affiliates, our clerks, our nursing students, all our trainees. It might not be obvious, but it will become very apparent in the next few months. Improving our ACS and a proposed expansion of the ER complex, plus the conversion of some of our pay beds into clinical and semi-clinical beds will result to more indigent patients. When we started, structurally speaking, we are limited with a very small space to work on. Now, we have created that space and we are equipping ourselves with new machines so that we can service more our indigent patients and eventually provide more learning materials and immersive training to our affiliates. We ask patience from all our stakeholders. It's a case of one thing after the other instead of everybody, everything, all at once. That is very chaotic, if not counterproductive. The last 3 years felt like a prolonged labor and a very difficult delivery. Now we have given birth and we've already set things in motion. We just need to be patient as we wait for our child to grow up, to see our hard labor for the last 3 years come into fruition and into maturity. Ang puno nga kapag itinanim mo, hindi naman yan nagbubunga overnight. The fruit, no matter how long the wait, will be sweet. That I can assure you of. Minsan may nagtanong sa akin, "Father, kamusta ang puso mo?" Ang sabi ko, pagod. Pagod pero lumalaban dahil nagmamahal. 3 years in the making to. Maraming paghihirap, but I can finally say, marami din naman kaming nagawa. Maraming kulang, pero alam ko na mas marami kaming nagawa. During those moments of difficulties and struggles, it was an opportunity for us, our team, to work together and to trust God more. Truth be told, mas lalo kong naging madasalin na tao nung kinakaharap ko yung problema ng ospital. It was faith that brought me here, and I would like to believe that it is also that same faith that sustains me. Kaya kahit mahirap, dahil mahal natin ang UST Hospital, ipaglalaban ang ospital hanggang sa huli. I am not Superman, and from the get-go, I only consider myself as a mouthpiece of those who constantly support and help the UST Hospital. It's not just a one-man job. Whatever we have accomplished, it's all because of the concerted efforts of our loyal employees, our unrelenting nursing staff, our highly committed and very understanding medical staff. I only represent the value of teamwork and hard work and collaboration of all our directors, our chairs, from the medical to the administrative to the pastoral and even of the finance team. So much trust and support were given to me by the university board, by the economic council, and by the Father Rector himself. And of course, so much help and support coming from our alumni, from the UST NAI to UST MAAA to UST MAAA Foundation. Without them, without you, we would not have moved an inch. Mula sa pusong nagmamahal at sa ospital na nagmamalasakit, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. I think those who help us deserve a special segment, a special shout-out. Time and again, I have been consistent in saying that what we have accomplished thus far, it's a team effort. Just like me, who cannot do it alone, my team is with me. And my team cannot do it alone as well. There's just so much support and help coming from our alumni, most especially UST MAA and UST MAAA Foundation. People would say that UST MAAA has been a constant partner of the UST Hospital, but turn of events in the recent past sort of paved the way for the hospital and the association to drift apart. Somehow, there was this unexplained distance between the two. That has been the state of affairs that we saw and felt when we assumed our positions. Given the very challenging times that we face and the difficulties that we have to surmount, including COVID, ongoing construction, lack of equipment, dwindling patients in our OPD ACS, medical staff leaving us, we realized that we needed to reach out to UST-MAA and sort of break the barrier. Early on, it was our aim to bridge the gap and tear down the walls between us. It was a very humbling experience, but what made it bearable was the way that the association accepted us with open arms. There were no questions, there were no conditions. It was pure and simple warm welcome when we reconnected. It felt like home. I felt that UST-MAA was like a family member who can freely see and visit and stay with us anytime. I am glad we did respond to their call, and I am most grateful that they accepted us once again. From then on, we started to work together. Us working together is a manifestation that consistent collaborative efforts between the hospital and UST-MAA will ultimately benefit our trainees and improve the number of our indigent patients. From 2020, UST-MAA and its foundation has been donating to support our clinical patients by subsidizing the fees of our surgery patients, various medical, OB, and pedia patients. Last year, UST-MAA has allotted an amount for us to purchase small equipment and to support the research efforts of our trainees. I think the most manifest help that UST-MAA extended to the hospital was that we were able to mount the first ever in-house medical, surgical, and OFTA mission. With the great number of patients that we serviced, modesty aside, it was very successful. In fact, it was so successful that it was followed by another mission the following year. That is the version 2.0. And we plan to include dental missions in the next in-house medical mission. Honestly, I think one of our greatest achievements is our renewed ties with UST-MAA. There were so many success side stories because of this. We were able to achieve some milestones because of their help. All our gratitude goes out to UST-MAA. With them, we are able to once again assert that UST Hospital is indeed the premier teaching hospital in the region. To all the members and officers, past and present of UST-MAA and UST-MAA Foundation, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. This gratitude comes not just from my team, but the thanksgiving comes primarily from our trainees and our indigent patients. Thank you for the trust. Thank you for the support. We look forward to more years of collaboration and engagement. God bless mga tumasinong manggagamot.